Camera is in the way. Okay? If you tie that half hitch at the front, then you don't have to worry about anything coming unraveled. A lot of tiers say after every step do a half hitch so that you don't have stuff coming undone. Okay? Now we're almost finished with our fly. Everybody have their thread up in front of the lead now. Now the next step is it will prove whether or not you listen. Because I'm going to take my chenille and I want to be able to wrap that over all those thread wraps back there. If it twists on you, that's about par for the course. I want to be able to cover up all my thread wraps, and I'm going to wrap forward, each wrap right next to the other. You may have to hold that material so it doesn't turn on you for a while, but I'm going to make nice, neat wraps up toward the eye of my hook. If your tail is twisted, now's a good time to straighten it out, because you can straighten it out now before we tie it off. Okay? And I've wrapped it forward, and I'm going to have to tie it off, but I want to leave room for my head. See, I still got a little room there. Now I'm going to have to take my bobbin, I'm going to bring it over, drop it, over, drop it a couple times so I know this is not going to get away from me. I can still adjust the tail so it's nice and horizontal. I'm going to make another couple insurance wraps before I cut the rest of my material off. When you've got it secured up front so you know it's not going to unravel on you, then take your scissors and cut that off as close as you can. Now, see, the next one you tie, look what happened. That first wrap got caught around the point, and you want to pull that back to cover as much of that thread as you can on your very first wrap. Okay, when you've got as far as I've gotten, you got the tag end cut off, then we're going to form a head. This is just kind of boring. You're going to have to build your thread base up, cover up the material till you got it all covered up. Some people like a great big head, some people like a little bitty head. I don't care. But I'm just wrapping this, I'm covering up all that green weeny material that might have there. And I've got a nice neat head going. I'm going to use my half hitch tool and tie that off. If I can find my half hitch tool, there it is. I would recommend when you tie this off, you tie it with at least 4 half hitches. Tie at least 4. When you've got your half hitches tied, trim your thread. And I will show you one last step that is optional.
And they'll get ready. But you don't want anything showing between good tight body.
Hopefully your fly looks similar to this. You see it top to bottom.
Like solid the body is.
Okay.
3 times and you've got
No, that's, I mean, you know, that's.
A lot of fly tires. Okay, last step. Last step. A lot of tires finish their head with what they call head cement. You can buy commercial head cement. This is a hard as nails head cement. This little bottle, if you buy it at Cabela's, is probably $4 or $5. Go to Walmart, buy some Sally Harden hard as nails, do the same thing. And if you want the head to look a little bit shinier, this stuff works really well. I don't know if you can see this, but on the brush, I have trimmed the point down to a fine point. And if you have trouble shaky fingers like I do, I use my thumb of my left hand to kind of give me a sense of balance. And you can put a little bit of head cement on that. It does make it a little shinier. But if you have tied really good half-hitch knots, your knots are not going to come undone. This kind of cements those. The danger of using this stuff is if you get it in the eye of the hook and you don't realize it, you're going to get really frustrated because you can't get your tippet through the hook eye. So, yeah. This dauber has another function. You can make sure your eye is clean by putting your dauber in and out a couple times. That should keep it clean. Okay? And that is a green weenie. It could be a purple weenie. It could be a whatever color you like. Trout love orange for some reason. They love orange. Orange works.